Hey everyone, it's Pam from Glam Junk Journals, and today we are continuing on with my individual challenge to use up my scraps. If you recall from my last video, we made all of these lovely little I'm calling them cluster snippets, but I'm going to be using these in my next junk journal that is kind of coming together with the theme. As you can see, it's going to be probably the shabby chic look, and that's something that I really love. So continuing on with that, using up my scraps, this is part 2. We are going to look at the versatility and make a snippet roll. And I know snippet rolls, you guys are all familiar with those. I absolutely love them, and I don't remember the first YouTube video that I saw that created one of these, but whoever you are out there, my hat's off to you. They're fabulous. And there's so many different ways to use them, and I hope that I inspire you and give you maybe some new ideas on how I use my snippet rolls. So what I do is I always make a snippet roll for my journal, and I make it using the materials that are incorporated into the journal so that it goes along with my pages and everything coordinates. I kind of like to make my snippet rolls that go along with my journal that I'm working on, but you don't have to do that. And if you remember, I am using up my scraps. So what I did yesterday, you guys saw me pull all these out. Here's my material from the grab that I did yesterday on all my scraps. So I'm continuing on. I'm just going to be using these. And what I like to start out with on my snippet rolls is a long piece of fabric. Now you can use fabric, you can use ribbon, or you don't even have to use anything. But what I like to do, and this is another one of my scrap bags, I'm grabbing this out, and what I like to use is based on the coloring of my journal. This is like a neutral, it's kind of a taupey tan color, and this is just an offcut of a piece of material. And then I also have in here, this is from a bed sheet, so I think I'm going to use that today. So using up some more of my scraps, I am thinking that I would like a neutral background. And what I mean by that is, let me show you another snippet that I made for one of my other journals. I think this was the Bouquet of Blues journal. I had a little bit left over. So I don't know if you can see that. My light is being funky again. Let me move this up. Hold on just a sec. Right there, you can see just all of the fabric offcuts. They're cut into little squares, and I used some lace and some tulle and sewed it all together. And on the back, this particular one, I did use ribbon. And the reason I do that is sometimes I use my snippets for tags. I'll cut them off and use them as like a corner tag that hangs. And I like the back not being all not presentable, I guess. I like it to look pretty from the back side also. So that's why I think about what I'm going to be using for the back side of my snippet roll. And let me show you another one that I did. This one is off of a scrapbook that I redid. Now this one I attached onto the corner of the actual journal. This is a scrapbook from the 1800s that I redid. And on the back side you can see it still looks pretty because this is like a dangle that is clipped onto the top. And what I added onto that was a piece of broken jewelry, some buttons, and then some tulle, and another button up there. And so that looks really pretty as just kind of a hanging tag or tassel on the side. So there's a lot of different things you can do with snippets, or I should say snippet rolls. Okay, so let's get going. This is, I'm going to make a long one. I'd say this is probably, I don't know, 2 to 3 feet long. So what I like to do is start with my scraps, get out my fabric and lace here, and I usually start with fabric and then I intersperse lace in between the fabric. So let me get this out. So we're continuing on using up my scraps, guys. This is fun. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so there's a good start. And depending on how wide you want your snippet, maybe you want it really wide. It's totally personal preference. What I like to do is cut my fabric into squares or rectangles. And this one is probably an inch across. That might be a little small for this one. So what I'm going to do is just start cutting some squares. And like I said, you guys, this is random. We're doing the random thing here. Just picking out some colors here and some patterns. I love to do pattern mixing. That's one of my favorite things to do. And they don't have to be all even. They don't have to be the same size. Nothing like that. It can be whatever you want. Now this was from somebody who was, I think, probably creating a quilt or something like that. And they had all these triangles. So I'm just kind of making squares from the triangles here. Sort of. That's not really a square or a rectangle, but you know, whatever. Along those lines, here's some more. And you can always cut these down. This is just the beginning of my snippet roll. Let's get some different ones here. Oh yeah, we got to use the ticking. I love ticking. Just so that you have a variety. Oh yeah, where's my toile? Here's my toile that I found yesterday. Yay. I love toile. I don't know, there's really, I think there isn't any specific pattern that I don't care for, except for maybe cow print. Not a fan of cow print. I don't know, but I like all the other animal prints. So just not a fan of the cow. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, well that's, oh, let's use this one. I do like the contrast of some black. Okay. All right, so we've got quite a stash going there. We can always cut more, so let's start with that. Oh, I'll have one more of this one. This one's really pretty. And the way I like to add interest to the snippet rolls is using a bunch of different types of fabrics, meaning, you know, some, like this one is more of a, I don't know what you want to call this, a satiny material that has some sparkle to it. Oh wait, hold it. Did I use this one already? Did I use this one? Yes, I did. I might need a little bit more of that. Okay, but anyways, okay, we're going to start at the top here and start randomly placing these down. And I've got my Fabrifix here. I'm just going to do some dots. And this is not to secure these down 100%. This is just to hold them in place. And I like to do kind of every which way. I don't line them up straight, but you can certainly do that and make it more uniform. It's everyone's personal preference. And I do like to overlap them And what I will do is I will go back and trim some of the ones that I don't think, you know, stick out the right amount, or if they're too far or something along those lines. So I'm just going random again, going rogue here. And then I'll bring back, you know, start kind of making a recurring pattern, but not in a specific order, just kind of eyeballing, seeing, excuse me, I gotta move my chair up, I'm slipping backwards, kind of seeing what I haven't used in a while and then adding it again. So I haven't used a toile for a little bit, so I'm gonna put one of those guys there. And now what haven't I used for a little bit? Do some of this. I haven't even used any of this little greenie. I'm gonna put that guy in there. And if you remember, these are all the patterns and the materials that were used in the snippet clusters we made yesterday. So this is all going to coordinate with my journal that is taking shape. And usually I don't do my, not ephemera, but my fabric and my clusters. I usually do like the cover first. So I'm kind of doing this in a different manner, but that's okay because I didn't have an idea for my next journal. So I wanted to kind of just have my fabric and my scraps dictate what the theme's gonna be. So that is how I'm coming up with this. Now let's see what we got here. It looks like I might need, just because, some more of that darker color here, that bunch of triangle things. So I'm going to cut some more. Need a couple of those, and then another, if I have that dark green again. I don't even know if I do. I'm looking in my scraps over here, guys. If I don't, that's okay. I don't think I do, guys. Oh, oh well. Oh well, we'll just have to deal. Oh wait, I have one little one. Never mind, I do, yay. So we're gonna continue on just using up some of these. I'm getting pretty long here now. What haven't I used in a little while? I haven't used some toiles. We'll stick that on there. And remember, I like layering from the ground up, the bottom going up. So this is just the initial layer. And I really like to make long ones. One of my other journals, I made 2 really long ones and I had 1 left over. So what I did is I added some ribbon on each of the ends of the snippet rolls, and I used it as a journal tie closure, and that worked really well too. So there's another, oops, that's too soon. There's another way to use your snippet rolls. And I know you guys love doing this. Is this one that I even used? I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, using them for Christmas. I love making Christmas snippet rolls. I'm getting really long here, guys. Christmas snippet rolls are gorgeous because all of the patterns and the coloring. Oh, I don't know. It's just so fun. The possibilities are endless. I love saying that because it's true. Come on. I got a glob here. I got to get rid of the glob on the end of my Fabrifix. Hold on. Okay. All right, we're almost done. So what am I looking at here? I don't know. I think I need some more ticking. So I'm going to cut a little piece of that. Come on. Oh. See, I got to store this when I'm not using it upside down. Got to remember that. I'll devise a little holder for it or something, or do the one-handed thing when I've got it like this in one hand and this doing the other. Okay. What am I doing here? Okay. All right. I don't know. That's looking pretty good, guys. What do I need? What do I need? Oh, wow. Love these things. Just so fun because it just brings the whole journal together. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, that is pretty dang big if I do say so myself. So we'll just leave this little guy and cut it off. All right, throw that out of the way. All right, so we got the basis for the snippet. Now from here, what I like to do is I'll start at the top again and kind of look and see where I can add some lace. So what my eye goes to is right here. It's kind of just a plain area. So I'm going to grab some lace from my, whoops, hit my light, fabric scraps that we collected yesterday. And I'm just going to lift up the end and kind of stick some fabric, or excuse me, lace in there. Come on. This is getting irritating, this dang Fabrifix. All right, so I kind of stick it in there, and I like it a little 3D, so I make it a little smush so it kind of sticks up. And what I will do after this whole thing is put together is I will take it over to my sewing machine. So I'm going to add some of this little, I think that's from a skirt. And then I'm just going to randomly put these anywhere I think could use a little bit of added lace. That guy's kind of funky there. Just maneuver it around until you like it. Okay, let's see what else. And I try to use the same lace throughout, you know, not evenly spaced, but not all like right next to each other, if you know what I mean. Then I'll stick some more up here. Just stick it under that. That's what I like too, is these pieces aren't totally secured down, so you can maneuver around and add some more underneath or some more even on top if you don't like the way something's looking. So that looks really good. Let's get another color of lace here. What else did I use yesterday? Oh, I used some of that. That's pretty. All right, I'm going to hold my glue upside down so hopefully it won't drip all over the floor here. So I'm cutting some of these guys out. That looks really pretty. And then what else? Where's some more of my lace, guys? Where's my lace? Did I use some green in my stuff yesterday? I don't know if I did. I don't know. But let's use some of this. This is really pretty. This is a really wide piece of lace. Ooh, yay. Gorgeous, right? And obviously, you know, use your scraps. Use, you can use ribbon, which I might do. Let's see where these, see where these dark guys look good. I might use some ribbon in these. So again, we're layering. Sticking some lace in there. Like that. That looks really pretty. I like it, the dark, you know, offsetting the light color there. So that that looks really pretty. Let's put some more, maybe another dark guy down here. And I'm doing the smush technique like I like to do, where you just kind of smush it together. Here's some pink. Let's use some pink. I'm gonna hold my glue upside down so I don't have to sit there and mess with it again. And then there again, using the smush technique. Yay, this already looks good. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoops. A little bit too much going there. A little sticky. Okay. Now, I don't know, but it's looking really pretty, you guys. I'll give you a look. It's so long it doesn't even all fit in the camera. So we've got there. Now it's folded over. You guys can see it a little better. There's a little bit of extra on the back. That was when two of those pieces were put together. So there it is. I'll fold it over in half. Maybe you guys can see it better that way. So I apologize if I was going out of frame here. Let's see. Did I use some of this? I think I did. But I'm not going to use that now. You know what I'm going to use? Okay, now is the fun part. Or well, this is all fun. But I love to add tulle. And I have a bin of tulle. Now we've got every color, not known to man, but a lot of colors. So I'm going to use some gold because I like it. And then maybe some of this. This is, I got this at a thrift store and I have not seen it in the stores. It's kind of a rose gold and it's just beautiful. So maybe those two and maybe this one right here, which is a, I don't know, it's kind of a silver with pink. So I'm just going to take some ends off of that. And you don't need a lot of this stuff. So let me move that out of the way. Okay. I'm going to cut some more of these guys into small pieces. And you, like I said, you really don't need a lot of this stuff. And these are like weird shaped. They're not even, you know, squares. And then I find just a place that I like to stick it underneath one of the other patterns or one of the other, you know, fabric pieces. And there again, I'll just do the scrunch technique. You can see that. See how that looks really pretty right there. And then, okay, let's see where else we can put some. Right here looks good. Why not, right? Why not? There's that. Get some more up here. And I like, another thing that I like about tulle, you guys, is you can see the pattern underneath. So if you put it over something, you can still see what's going on underneath. And I think that that's really pretty. Just gives it that little extra blingy sparkle, which you guys know I like. But obviously, if you're not into bling and sparkle, you know, you can use just ribbon, other fabric, other laces. It's really always up to the individual, right? Okay, so there is that. Now here is my snippet roll. Let's see what else we can put on it. Let's do some of this gold. Because if you guys remember on our little things we made yesterday, I did use some gold. Where is one that has gold? Right there. So I'm kind of still going along this same theme. I'll leave those out. Okay, let's put some more in here. Where should I put it? I don't know. There's no right or wrong way, that's for dang sure. Yeah, so what my plan is after I get these little scrap ephemera or embellishments or whatever you guys want to call these things, we'll start assembling our journal, and you know, the different places and the different ways to use the snippet rolls and to use these. There's you know, you could use these as tags, you can use them as pockets, you can use them as, you know, in corners, you can use them as dangles. Oh, they're just so fun. And so there's just so many different ways to utilize this stuff. Let's see, where can we put some more gold? How about right there? Another thought too, and I'm not going to do this today, but maybe later, depending on where I end up using this snippet roll, is putting something on the back. Even though I did say that the back, you know, I'm using something neutral, like that neutral bed sheet, like that. Some of the areas may not look that great, so depending on what you want to use your snippet roll for, we could always add some fabric to the back. All right, I think we're almost done here, you guys. And then I'm gonna put some more in here, just wherever it fits. Okay, so there is the first part of our snippet roll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera real quick. I'm going to sew along the edges, and then I will show you some final embellishments, and then we'll be done with our snippet roll for the day. So hold on just a sec. Okay everyone, I am back, and let me show you what I did with my snippet roll. Is I just sewed along. I did use a straight stitch, but I didn't go in a straight line, as you guys can tell. Just kind of random, just kind of, you know, going back and forth. And so here is my snippet roll. And going through and looking at it, there's some parts that, you know, like this little piece of tulle is a little too big, so I'm going to cut that off. And you just look at it and you see if anything weird sticks out a little too far, like some of my tulle is sticking out a little too far, or if any of the you know, edges of your material look like they're sticking out too far, like I think that one is. And then what I'll do is I'll fray the edge just a little bit, just to kind of make it a little uniform. So there is the snippet roll. And granted, depending on where we end up using these in my journal, or using this snippet roll in my journal, you can cut these. And I was scared to cut when I first made it. Like if I wanted just a piece this big, you can cut it and it'll stay, which I was, you know, pleasantly surprised about. I really didn't, I thought the whole thing would fray basically, and it didn't. So a couple little embellishments you can add is I am going to use some bling on a roll. I love this stuff. It is from Walmart, and it's in the floral department. It's called Diamond Wrap, but they also have bling on a roll in the crafting section. And this is really cool. You can cut it off in between any of the you know, bling sections, and you just make these little doodads. So I am going to randomly stick some of these on because, like I said in the one I made yesterday. I added some to that. So just continuing on with whatever my theme is for this journal. Let's stick that right on there. And another thing too, just an FYI, this bling on a roll, I have run it through my sewing machine and it does work. And my sewing machine is definitely a, you know, basic model. It's not a real fancy one, that's for sure. So I was surprised that this was able to go through it, but it really did. So I'm going to glue these on just throughout, and then you can add buttons to these, and I don't know, flowers. You could do pearls. Oh, that would be really pretty. And I'm not going to add too much more to this particular snippet roll right now. And reason being is I'll probably cut it up. I may not use the whole thing in one piece. Well, I know I won't use this 3-foot long one in one piece. But what I'm saying is, depending on where it ends up in the journal, I can add more things based on what's on the page. So for example, if I wanted, you know, just this part on a page right here, but I had some greenery on the page from, you know, some other ephemera, I may incorporate some of the greenery onto my snippet roll. But just some other ideas for things you can put on here. You can do, you know, your cute little flowers. These are just some of the flowers that I have in my stash. I think these are from Hobby Lobby. Let's put those on. Oh, these are, look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh. And like I said, it just depends on where I'm going to use this particular snippet roll in my journal as to what the other embellishments are that I'm going to put on it and where it's going to end up. So this is my snippet roll for now. And then another thing you could do, add some buttons. Buttons would be gorgeous on this. Vintage jewelry. I have a ton of broken jewelry that would look beautiful on this. Well, let me grab one here. I have a hanging jewelry area right off camera here. I just grabbed this. So for example, I used this in my last journal. You could cut off some of the dangles or the embellishments and put those on there. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, what else do I have? I don't know. I'm going nuts here. Just fun stuff. Let's see, what else? Do some more bling on a roll. I have some little, what do you call this? Appliques, and I may use those just depending on where, like I said, this snippet roll ends up. So we're getting together, you guys, where it's coming together. Look at my stuff. This is all gonna be for my next journal. So thank you for being with me here today. And we're gonna make some more stuff using my scraps in the next video. And then I'll bring you guys along to put the journal together, and we'll see what we end up with, and maybe using some more scraps for the cover. You never know, right? So thank you so much for being with me, and thank you to all the wonderful YouTubers out there who inspire me. And I will put links to the people who inspired me below. And just, I'm so glad you guys are out there, and happy crafting. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.